Today we are going to learn about constitutional value educations. My topic is 7th schedule of Indian Constitution Article 246. The introduction is the 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution deals with the division of powers between the union government and state government. It is a part of 12 schedules of Indian Constitution. The division of powers between union and state is notified through three kinds of the list mentioned in 7th schedule: union list, state list and concurrent list. The 7th schedule of Indian Constitution, Article 246. As mentioned earlier, Article 246 deals with the 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution that mentions three lists named as union list, state list and concurrent list, which specifies the divisions of power between unions and states. The key features of union list, state list and concurrent list mentioned here. Union list. Union list has 99 subjects and now it has 100 subjects. Central had exclusive power to make laws on the subjects mentioned under the Union list of Indian Constitution. The Union list signifies the strong center as it has more subjects than state list. It contains more important subjects than included in any of the other two lists. All the issues that are important for the nation and those requiring uniformity of legislation nationwide are included in the Union list. The dominance of Union list over state list is secured by the Constitution of India, as in any conflict two or overlapping the Union list prevails. Law made by the Parliament on the subject of the Union list can confer powers and impose duties on a state, or authorize the conferring powers of and imposition of duties by centre upon a state. There are 15 subjects in the Union list on which Parliament has an exclusive power to levy taxes. 88th Amendment added a new subject in the Union list called taxes on services. Supreme Court's jurisdiction and powers with respect to matters in the Union list can be enlarged by the Parliament. And then state list. State list has 61 subjects. Earlier, it had 66 items. The state list is described on 42nd Amendment Act 1976. The mentioned below subjects are education, forests, protection of wild animals and birds, weights and measurements and administration of justice, constitution and organization of all courts except the Supreme Court and the High Court. The laws can be made on subjects enumerated under the state list of the Indian Constitution exclusively by the state legislature. However, all this can be done only by under normal circumstances. Article 249 gives Parliament the power to legislate concerning a subject that are enumerated in the state list in the national interest, the matters of religion and local importance, and the matters which permits diversity of interest are specified in the state list. There are 20 subjects in the state list in which state legislature have an exclusive power it levy taxes. The 69th Constitution Amendment Act of 1991 made special provision in relation to national capital. Laws cannot be made by Delhi government on three subjects under state list named as public order, public and land. Concurrent list. Concurrent list has 51 subjects under it. It's briefly explained in 42nd Amendment Act 1976 and the subjects are forest, education, protection of wild animals and birds, weights and measurements, administration of justice, constitution and organization of all courts except the Supreme Court and the High Court. Like the state list, its state list and concurrent list subjects are same. The concept of concurrent list in India Constitution has been borrowed from Constitution of Australia. Central government and state government both are make laws on the subjects mentioned under the concurrent list, which both central and state government can legislate on subjects mentioned under the concurrent list. However, in case of any conflict, the law made by the central government prevails. The matters on which uniformity of legislation throughout the country is desirable but not essential are enumerated in concurrent list. There are three subjects in the concurrent list on which both central and state government have the power to levy taxes. Okay, thank you.